this on the floor. This floor is close enough. There we go. Oh no. Oop. Oh, this camera setup is janky. Very janky. Let's see here. Let's see, everything good. There we go. That's good. Let's see here. Alright, might as well get started. Welcome people to the stream. So yeah. Nothing much for today. I gotta really stop doing that. I'm just gonna like set. I got a lot of stuff on this table. Way too much stuff. But yeah. Should probably get out all the parts I need. Or at least have all of it. Yep. Where'd that thing go? Here it is. Start the Lubing soon with the Durock. No, not Durock. Wait, yes, Durock. The clear Durock steps. So it's gonna be some fun. I think that's all the equipment I need. Yeah, it should be all of it. But yeah. Sorry for the mess earlier. If some of you people saw. I tried setting up in a different location, but that didn't work out so well, so it's a bunch of fun. Seven-U stabilizer. Stabilizers for days. I bought like a couple more sets of these so I can put them in more boards. They're pretty decent. So yeah. See here. Maybe I put this. I'm just gonna put this back on. This. Get ready for the stream while the stream's on. But yep. Get this box of stuff. because I'm actually going to use this box to be able to hold the keycaps and whatnot. It's a lot of stuff. But, yeah. Set this all over here. Use that box. Set this to the side. And let's see here. There we go. Set the keyboard to the side. Get out my stabilizers, the lubricant. Alright, so today we're going to be lubing all these stabilizers I have, these Durock clear stabilizers. And we're going to be putting them in this board here, so it's going to be pretty fun. Got some of these earlier this week. And yeah, I got a bunch of 205 G0, which kind of looks like frosting, or not frosting, icing? No, wait, is it icing or frost? No, glaze, yeah. But yeah, it looks like glaze. So yeah. Let's take apart some of these. I'm not sure why I put them all together. Because I need to lubricate a lot of these, especially with the upcoming weeks. Once I get my lube station and other stuff in, oh boy, we're doing a lot. This might be doing another stream this weekend, or this 4th of July weekend, since I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. So I have a 4-day weekend, which is pretty nice. I'm being paid those days, so being paid 24/7 holiday pay is nice. Is this? These are gonna be so smooth. I hope. Yeah, these ones, I don't think these ones have as much of a rattle, or at least don't rattle at all. So, yeah. There we go. Gotta make sure not to break these, because these do feel like they're made out of, they look like they're made out of acrylic, but nope, I don't think they're made out of acrylic. I think they're just made out of a different clear plastic. I haven't done much research into it, but still, for me, any kind of clear plastic, I always assume acrylic, and that is always very, very brittle, depending on how you use it or how it's made. So, yeah. Let's organize all this out by the housings and by the stems. And everything. Also, I bought a bunch of these blue micro brushes. They're pretty good. just gotta make sure I don't pick up like too much of it, because for this stuff, too much is too much. Wait. But a lot of it, or a very little amount, goes a long way, which is pretty nice. So yeah, it's mostly this. Then we're gonna go on to lubing, or not lubing, but we're gonna go on to lubing more of these. Also do a little more of, well, the fun part where we actually open that up. So be able to, I wouldn't say we're gonna lube anything in there, but mostly it's just we're gonna switch all these out for the ones in here. Since, I mean, these ones in there are already pretty good. They don't rattle at all. It's like, they're actually pretty decent compared to the ones in my KBD Fans Tofu board, which are just not the best. Definitely, you could tell why they kept the board so cheap, except with the Rona going around, so they aren't as cheap anymore, especially with aftermarket. Even seen some people selling the KBD 67 Mark II for like around 200 to 300 overpriced. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. But I really don't support those people that always buy up a bunch of in-stock boards and then just resell them for an even higher price on the aftermarket. Not that I'm saying that it's a bad thing, but if it's like not an in-stock board, more or less a board that you can only get in group buy, that's where I see it being probably a bit better. But still, I'm on the fence about all that. But yes. Make sure the insides of these are good and all set up. And making sure that it's pretty decent. Neck10, hello. Hey man, do you have any recs for Alps switches? Got my first Alps board and I could barely find anything. Keycaps. For keycaps, I would say I heard Taiho. They make some pretty decent Alps ones that you can get for a pretty decent price. Taiho. It's Taiho. It's here, hold on, I'll spell it out in chat. There we go. But yeah, I heard they make some decent ones for Alps, and usually they do regular office, I would say office kind of colors, and their usual or more vibrant colors like Miami, or I'm not sure if they do sunset, but I think I've seen some Miami Alps keycaps, which have been looking pretty decent and everything. And yeah. Yeah, Alps boards are definitely kind of like tough to come by when it comes for keycaps and comes to keycaps and everything. Unless you find them off of old Alps boards, they're not many people use them, or at least not enough people use them enough for big companies to make those keycaps. It's just Tai-Ho, kind of the ones doing it now, and it's mostly just them at the moment, from what I know. But I would always check on mechanicalkeyboards.com. Yeah, I don't know either. This is my first non-chair board and all of them so far. Yeah, I heard from some people they're pretty decent. Like you find some pretty. There are some people that make some pretty decent Alps builds and everything, and some have made kits or compatibility kits for certain cases and everything. And yeah, overall it's pretty. Some of them are pretty decent, I would say. But I would always make sure to double check and always keep looking around, especially for Alp stuff and everything like that. Check aftermarket, because that's more of something you want to check aftermarket for compared to much newer stuff. Not as I wouldn't say as many people go for the old stuff, but for old stuff that I see people go for is the Cherry MX vintage black switches. Those I heard are pretty good because, well, they have years of use on them and everyone keeps on buying them and they keep on just being pretty good, especially over the years, and they just get smoother and smoother over time compared to retooled. There seemed to be a lot more diverse tuned switches back in the day. Yeah, I would say sort of. Or at least I haven't looked much into switches back in the day. I mean, like in different form factors. There is definitely were a lot of different key switch form factors besides like the regular membrane and all that. You had stuff like beam spring keyboards. I'm not sure if Topre was around back. Beam spring, what's it called? Yeah, I mean that's kind of also why you see people would always like well, people don't really just talk about their keyboards except for people like us. So, but yeah, for keyboards, I would say there's not many people put so much thought into what they're typing on. They just want something to type on. And a lot of times, if we're using our phones and everything, we're not really typing on a keyboard. We're typing on the screen with a touch keyboard, and it's kind of what most people use for phones nowadays.
Pretty good.
Tint. Tip the stream $3 a stream. Thanks for the Rex. Thank you for $3 donation. But yeah, as I was saying before, I want to see people put more care to what they're typing in or what they're typing with, because then it'll be able to help everyone else improve instead of just getting a cheap experience that is being sold for markup for typing. Noob 2107. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. But yeah, it is definitely Oh, hey CJ, how's it going? But yeah, keyboards. Keyboards can be a lot of different things for people. A lot of different people. Like it can be the way that you connect to your computer, or people just see it. Or when people say a way to connect to your computer, it can mean like a lot of different things. Or not really a lot of different things, but I mostly see it as two things. It could either be A, like a simple, very, very simple, just plug and play and use and not put much thought into unless you actually break it. And that's, yeah, you definitely don't want to break it. Then you can't connect to your computer. Can, sort of. No, you can't do anything from just a mouse. Well, I mean, unless you have like that Windows like picture password thing, where you're able to draw these lines on the pictures and it would be your password. Then you'd be able to access computer and then you just turn on the on-screen virtual keyboard, which is definitely. Can you use a key or computer without a mouse or keyboard? Yeah. I think part of the average user is not really typing unless it's on Facebook. The mouse seems more used. The keyboard, modern UIs. I would say so, in a way. I see what you're getting at with that. It's yeah, it's mostly for, yeah, as I was saying earlier, the keyboards that most people are typing with nowadays are the ones that are on screen for most of our phones, because everyone's always carrying a phone on them. Am I saying it's a bad thing? No. It's just that for computers, the ones that we interact most with is our phones. So people kind of thought, well, if no one's interacting with their home-based computer very much, and why bother putting so much effort into thinking about what is being typed on? So they would just go for basic membrane or go with whatever Apple is doing. Most likely, yeah. They used to make keyboards with ALP switches, and those were seen as actually pretty good compared to most. And those were well built. Same with IBM. IBM, they made a lot of the beam spring boards, and a lot of people like those a lot, especially when they added the solenoids in it and everything. Because with those solenoids, you would be able to, well, it makes the keyboard a lot louder and everything. Yeah, I would say you should probably go for old Apple Alps keycaps. Those would actually be really good, because those just work pretty well, and you could probably find a lot of different ones in good condition. And for specific, you probably find some pretty decent looking sets. Those ones. And yeah. Yeah, it's also another thing with keycaps. Those are also a part of the budget chopping block as well for keyboards. You could have good looking keycaps, but you can't have, but also making it a good typing and sound experience would also require some money to be put into the budget for the keyboard, but most companies don't really think about that. They just think about just the how it looks, but not actually how it types, kind of thing. because of that. The ones that suffer there really depends on who. Is it the people that type a lot on that, or the people that barely type on it but still have it? Mostly it all comes from the people that type a lot on boards like that every day. Then it has to be good enough to look good and also type on for some people. But for most, it's always just the press button. If it can press button on computer, then it's fine, kind of thing. Is your main key blue and white one? Yes, my main key is this one right there, and that is the one that I'm gonna be putting my the Durock stabilizers in it, the clear ones with the gold wires, which are actually pretty good. I lubed part of one of them, or at least one part, using the housings and the stems. I lubed it to see how the smoothness was, and it was really smooth. Nice. What switches? Ooh, I have a command for that in my chat. I'm not sure if it works, but if you type, you can find out all my commands by doing exclamation point commands. And Nightbot should be able to pull up all the commands and everything. Stream elements? Ah, so I set it up in 2 bots. I forgot what bot. I should probably delete the stream elements bot. But yeah, if you want to know specifically about what my gear is, it's mostly just Asus tough gaming laptop that I turned the RGB keyboard off because so I could leave it open. And yeah, Logitech webcam I got before the Rona happened. And desk mat, I actually don't have it with me at the moment. It's at my other desk. It's right past this wall next to me, near the place I sleep. I actually have 2 of them. I have 2 more shipping in on Monday. So Monday mail day. It's gonna be fun. Plus once I get that, I'm definitely gonna have it on here when I stream and everything. So, because it's a pretty good looking desk mat and it goes really well with a certain GMK set that I got that I'm still waiting for, but it said it should be shipping out soon, or at least this month or next month. So just waiting on that, making sure I get that as soon as possible. Get the bag at Ristress. Yeah, I saw that one a little while ago and everything. It's a pretty decent wrist rest. It looks pretty good, but yeah, it's a novelty wrist rest, so I try not to go for novelties, go slightly for aesthetics, but also form factor. I prefer like a wood wrist rest because I feel the support is a lot better on it. And yeah, gotta get that bread somehow. True. If I gotta get bread that way, then I might as well start making dough so I could buy the bread. Sell the dough to buy the bread. Wait, that's only if you don't have the oven. Is the factory the oven? Alright, man, I gotta go. Alright then. Well, have a good night. I'll see you whenever I do a stream again, or if you decide to join. So, good night, Nactin. So, yeah. Hope these Durock stabilizers are good. Or hope at least my keyboard's compatible with these stabilizers, or that's able to use the stabilizers without the need of getting insulating washers. And if I need that, then another trip to Amazon. To this point, I bought so much stuff from Amazon that I've become known by the mail people of where I live, which is usually for the mail people where I live are basically the exact same people that live in the same building as me. Mostly they just distribute the mail from the mail office and organize all of it, which is a fun job. But yeah, that one do anything wrong or mess with people's mail or anything like that, federal offense. That's definitely like not fun. But yeah. Alright. Now I'm gonna lube. Should I lube where the wires make contact, or should I actually lube the ends of the wires? Because I was gonna lube the points where the clips are and everything. Lube those, and then no matter where I place it, it would always have lube on it, and the wires. I should probably go for the lubing the clips approach, because a little bit of 205G0 goes a long way. Gotta make sure to lube both sides as well, because don't want to accidentally get it, or don't want to accidentally put it on one side and then that side's not the side that's lubed, and then all of a sudden, well, now I gotta go redo it again. So yeah, just lube both sides and make sure it's lubed. It's not too much, but also, yeah, definitely not too much. That's just the principle of 205G0. 205G0. That one you gotta work like almost very little, because a little bit with 205G0 goes a long way. That definitely where you don't want to mess up on, because then you have to redo it all over again, or get a brush cleaned up. And yep. But yeah, lubing switches, or not switches, that'll be saved for this coming weekend. Not Sunday, but July 4th weekend. Not on July 4th, since I'm gonna be busy that day. So I'm not gonna be really that much busy, but still, I have some plans. Nothing big, since we can't have fireworks, and fireworks definitely a no-go. Then a lot of stuff with fireworks, yeah, get you in trouble. I kinda wish I could build keyboards more often, but just being here is definitely changed that a lot, and everything. So yeah, it's it's pretty interesting, whatnot. But I do have like a lot of keyboard parts still being shipped in, so if I were to build all those, it wouldn't be like one every week. Probably like once every couple weeks. But I'll try to keep consistent with doing more streams. If I ever do get somewhere, or get a permanent station somewhere, I'll try to see if I can get something set up there. They'd probably yell at me, but hey, at least it'll be fun. Because yeah, mostly when you ask about that kind of stuff, they'll say they never really encountered something like that. And should probably put this down. It's a mess. But yeah. I gotta make sure once everything's all good, and everything's all back to normal for everyone, just gotta make sure to double check everything that gets shipped, or that gets shipped to me, just in case. So I don't end up with just having a bunch of orders just shipping in all at once. Even though that would be a fun mail day, most times if it's gonna be anything like it is now, I can't really reach it, or at least I can't go and get it and everything. So it's yeah. I'm gonna pause the stream real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go do something, so yeah, just sit here, enjoy the music. I'll be back in a short minute. Alright, then there we go. I'm back from doing stuff. Also had to take the top off that I was wearing. Not like shirt and everything, but the overshirt. Blouse. We usually call it that. Because that is it gets very warm wearing that. And wearing these t-shirts, they really don't help either because they're made out of cotton. And they're definitely not the best made t-shirts, or definitely not the highest quality, but they're pretty cheap, about like around $2 a shirt. No, wait, about $5, $5 a shirt. I don't know if that's really cheap or expensive. I gotta double check that. But yeah. I'm not sure if this camera angle's good. Ooh, no. Alright, hold on a second. Not really sure if this camera angle's good. I'm not sure if I should go back to my old one or my new one. Or stay with this one or try to come up with another one. Since as I don't have my full equipment here. It's definitely challenging trying to figure out what I can do to my fullest capability. And it's kind of difficult, but also kind of just requiring you to get creative about what you do. Alright. Finally did it. Finally lubed all these stabilizers. Now, get to put them together. Try them out, see how smooth they are. And yeah. Wait a minute, why did I just grab this one by the side? Well, I'm stupid. Ooh, that already feels pretty smooth already. So ooh, that's smooth. That is. It feels pretty smooth. Alright. Let's set these two parts together. Take stabilizer housings. Take this stabilizer part. I'm not sure what to call this part. The slider? I'll just call it the slider. Take the slider, put it there. You know, maybe I should do my streams during the day. It's not so late. Even though late is where I have the most free time. And I won't have people knocking at my door very often. And yeah, then I'd be able to go to sleep after this. Usually by the end of these, I'm always tired. But I'm always perpetually tired for some reason. So, I don't know. So, yeah. Maybe I should change up the camera. Raise it up a bit. There we go. Maybe a little bit better. There we go. I think it's good enough there. Be able to keep it at that. And there we go. Now we're going on to the smaller stabilizers. The 2U stabilizers, or the... What am I thinking of another name? I don't think there is another name for them. They're just 2U stabilizers and everything. So, yeah. Alright, where'd I drop it? It's clumsy at this. But yeah, Because usually these streams are kind of the more boring ones compared to everyone. I don't know. Compared to everyone else, always getting keyboard commissions and all that. So yeah. And maybe I should save these for the weekend, or not the weekend, the upcoming long weekend, starting on Thursday. No, not Thursday. Not streaming Thursday. I'll probably stream. Not sure if I stream on 4th of July or if I should stream on Saturday after. Because I gotta think if people are gonna be spending time with their family during the 4th of July or just spending time by themselves without being on internet. Go watch fireworks and all that. Go watch some fireworks if you can. Those are always fun. Just make sure, yeah, if you bring your dog out there, yeah, don't bring your dog out there. That's what I mean by that. Just in case, because you don't want your dog scared. If you're having fun watching fireworks, your dog won't. But my dog he was always smart enough. He was always smart enough to know, like, the fireworks, they aren't his enemy. They're just there, and doesn't mind him. Doesn't really think about it. He's just always chill. Always chill about everything. Except until someone knocks on the door, then that's where he just, yeah, he's not himself. But that's most dogs. Most dogs never are themselves when anyone knocks on the door. They just become one with, they just become a dog, doing their usual antics. But it's all fun and games until someone knocks on the door or rings the doorbell. That's where they go in full defense. And everything. This is a pretty boring stream. I agree myself. This is boring. At least this one is. Lubing one's gonna be fun. Is that one? I have a bunch of novelty cream switches. Give me lubing those. And I also got a lube station to go with that. And also, it's gonna be fun because it looks like if you take 205G0 and then make it into, well, a lube station, that's what it would look like. Yeah, it's not a very good explanation, but yeah, it kind of works. And it's true. It's like a translucent white. I haven't really seen the color of it, but if it's anything like the other ones made by Switch Couture, it's Couture. Switch Couture. Yeah, I think that's how it's pronounced. But yeah, it's definitely I hope is pretty good from what I've seen of it. I've seen the 64 one. That one's huge. That would be great to get, but yeah, I'm on limited space. And well, I'm on space limits. And I can't have as much fun. Because then I can't have as much stuff. Like a soldering iron. Which, if I did, it would make things 1,000 times better. But better and here, they're not one and the same. They're definitely one of not the same. One of not the same, that doesn't even make sense. But, there we go. Yeah. here. Do. Oh, no wonder why that was happening. There we go. Yeah, maybe I'll just do the keyboard stuff now. Get that taken care of. Where is my keycap puller? I never actually pulled my keycap puller on my toolbox. Or quote-unquote toolbox. Mostly it's just because it's just a cardboard box, or one of my old keyboard boxes that I used to store all of the tools and whatnot that I had. Oh wait, hold on. Wasn't even stored in there. I think I put my tools, or at least one of them, in the, what's it called? Did I leave it in? Nope, wait. Here it is. Found it. Here we go. Just gonna use this box to put all the keycaps in. These keycaps, I love these ones. The set goes pretty nice with this board, but I feel like it would be a lot better on either gunmetal or like silver board. Either one. Usually, I would say silver is kind of like the go-to for this one because of the colors. And silver would make it a lot more, I would say, balanced in a way. Because it's not really perfect with creams, or not really perfect with the cream white. But I mean, it works pretty well with the blues and everything. So yeah. Anyone on the stream still awake or bored? Oh, there you are. Oh, hi Jimu, how's it going? Oh, it's fine, you could lurk around. It's kind of what everyone does, so. Lurk, 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 lurk. So, there we go. Imagine if there were cereal. I think I'll be joining KD Mahagupai soon. Nice, nice. Yeah, I was thinking about that one. I really want to get a keyboard in the Alice form factor like really soon, because I just want to try it out. But I was kind of like put off by the board. Seemed like I felt the design felt unbalanced, probably because of how they have the ergonomic shape and everything, but they also threw in the what's it called? Oh, arrow keys. When is the Rukia coming in? That I actually don't know the answer to. I know I bought it a while ago, I think either in March or April I bought it. So I would assume 6 to 12 months. Because for those, I feel like those, since it's polycarb and everything, those take a lot of time. But since I also feel it's a smaller group buy, because it was an unlimited group buy, but the thing is, it was also an expensive group buy. So when that happens, usually when you have unlimited group buy but also expensive, you still get the low amount of people joining, and which means you could also guarantee quality assurance, or at least you could be able to have like a faster running group buy. But I can't say for sure how long that would take, but it is definitely gonna take a good while after 6 months, like around 6 months after that. So I would say, yeah, it's around October or yeah, October most likely is when I should be coming in. But yeah, I would say, yeah, October seems pretty realistic in a way for that. But also with the Rona happening, it could have probably set back production. But also gotta think, there's a lot of factors to think about this, especially with it possibly being a small group buy because of the price. Since I believe it was 400 at the time, or at least 400 with the, or did I pay 460? I should probably double check on that because I probably shouldn't be forgetting how much I paid, so I could track how much I'm spending. But yeah, that one's gonna be a good while before it actually gets to me. And the fact that I can't build it because I don't have a soldering iron it hurts. It hurts a lot. But I've been stuck here for over 120 days, I believe now. So it's definitely kind of fun because you get to kind of get to talk to people, get to know them. The outside world, I haven't seen much of it except like for one weekend. That's about it. Most of the time I usually spend inside because it's air conditioned. Well, at least at the moment, it's not as cold.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh, what just happened? New Kit Ninja tipped $5 a stream. Welcome back to the stream gang, brother. Thank you, New Kit Ninja, for the $5 donation. It goes toward my Holy Panda Bathwater Fund. I'm not sure if that thing's actually updating, but thank you. Thank you for the donation. That's technically my 3rd donation ever, so thank you for being number 3. I always make sure you keep track of that. Chips and Nitas. Or clips. I thought it was chips. Like barbecue chips. But clips and Nitas. Thank you for hosting my channel. Even though I don't have much, even though I'm not doing much, it's still, thank you. It's also first host, so thank you for that. New Kit Ninja also hosting me. Thank you for the host. New Kid Ninja. I'm probably going to head to bed though. Man, have a good rest of your night. Thank you for hosting the channel. Yeah, have a good night, New Kit. I'll see you possibly if you ever come back. Do I'll always remember. But yeah, thank you for joining me on stream today and everything. What was that? That's sync running because we have syncs here, and that should not be running behind me. Alright, there we go. Now we're on to the switches. So, there it is, all the novel keys cream switches in my board. And I'm parched. I need some water. But, yeah, novel keys cream switches. They already feel pretty smooth on their own, but I can't wait to try this out 205G0 when I get the lube station in. It is gonna be 100% some fun. So finally we get to deassemble keyboard and reassemble it. It's gonna take a while. Because for these ones I believe you can't... No wait, what am I saying? I gotta try to get my words together, being too jumbled. Gotta make sure I don't pull them out so the pins break. I did that. Well, I mean, I got a bunch more of these in bags to replace them. So I do like how in this lighting I'm in, it makes the key switches look a lot lighter than how they are usually portrayed. It makes them more white and everything. So it's pretty nice. I really want to get like a bunch of the cream switches and then get the Invir stems that they recently came out with, the UMPHWE stems, which are made of like a special material and everything. It's supposed to be more of a it gives like a more lubricated feel without actually having to put lube on it. And putting them in a cream housing using 205G0, I feel like that would be absolute peak lubed switches or tangerine housings. I heard those are also pretty smooth. I forgot what those ones are made out of, but also made out of a different kind of plastic. I should probably, yeah, I'll keep it more open like this. I'll hold from here. Which y'all probably want to see. I do like the switch puller a lot more than the RamaWorks key switch puller that I got before. Those are definitely not designed in a way that it would be beneficial for me, because I prefer when the key switch pullers are a bit thicker and they stand out a bit more. compared to being more low profile with the prongs and everything that you see here. Because if you can't grip too much onto it, then it's just gonna be like you're pulling keys out of the board without even pushing the two side clips in. And when you push those in, that's how you get it out of a hot swap board and everything. And it makes it a lot more easy. Overall, it just makes things a lot more easier and everything. But yeah, can't wait to try these out. 205G0 is gonna be definitely gonna be good smooth switches. And yeah, if I break any, I have a lot of switches. So I'll always swap out this set with a bunch of other ones. There we go. But I want to find like a key switch puller that has like it's a lot thicker at the grips and everything. Like it would mostly be at the prongs themselves, or it would actually be a lot thinner. I feel like if they made it thicker, it'd be a lot harder to bend. So it kind of make it useless, or not really useless, but also it's like in a way it makes it an unintentional workout. And for most people in the keyboard hobbies aren't the ones that work out unless you're the ones that get a beam spring keyboard or Galebox navies. Those people, they definitely could utilize that much easily. And everything. So yeah. How's everyone's night going that's watching, possibly listening? Not sure how many people are really listening, but yeah, how's everyone's night? Or technically morning. It's already early since Central Time is morning. Morning Central Time. Or is it still, I know it's midnight, but it's like usually I would have to say it's technically morning because it's already past midnight, but also they haven't really determined what is or what fully is the definition of morning here, since it's kind of blurry in a way with the hours and most people's preference, and that it's just it's confusing. But yeah, just picking up switches. But yeah. Did want to try these switches before it got into the whole Tfue custom keyboard. Man, I really wish that guy just stuck with getting a regular Razer keyboard or Razer sponsorship and just use those, because then so he gets money for it. But nope, he decides to get a custom one. I wouldn't say it really did much to the hobby, but it definitely brought in a lot of people, but a lot of people that don't really know full appreciation of it. they mostly know Tfue and hype, all that. I hate Tfue, but yeah, that won't work. All right, which one? Which one? This one? Yeah, this one should work. Also, I put this sticker on the back. I'll show you guys real quick. It's the Happy Hacking Keyboard sticker, or HHKB, which that's what the layout of this keyboard is based off of. And those usually are Topre boards, which are pretty interesting. I haven't tried one of them since, well, they're expensive. I haven't bought one yet. But yeah, I'm gonna change something real quick. But yeah. Also, these screws are actually aluminum. That's probably why it's not sticking to this. They're really cheaped out on the screws. You didn't want to go anything magnetized. So it's kind of like, I mean, this kind of also did what bring the price, or what brought the price down this board. But I will say, I really wish Tfue just took like a Ducky sponsorship and just had their boards instead. So then you could just keep on using those. Alright. Well, my life is falling apart. That is 4 screws. 3. That better be 3. Cause I don't know where I would have gotten the 4th. But yeah. There we go with the back Tokyo 60 PCB. It's pretty good. But I mean the front of it, even though you don't really only see part of it right now, I like the design of it. It's definitely very industrial. It's a very industrial design. It's like a, I don't know how to really describe it. But, yeah. Mostly right now, I gotta look to finding the right screwdriver tip for these. Either a read and print Phillip or a read and prints or Phillips head. Two. Okay, so this is a standard tray. Top mount? Is it top mount or is it? It's top mount. Tray mount is one connected only to the bottom. The PCB is like stationary, or not really stationary, but it's not like screwed down. It's only held down by these switches in the plate. Or no. Man, I need to get some sleep. But it's the what's it called? plate itself is there we go. Yeah, that's all the screws. There, do. There we go. Got the PCB out, which is really, really well wired. I love the design of it, especially hot swap sockets. Makes it pretty good. Plus, you can see at the bottom all the white squares. Those are LEDs for the acrylic diffuser at the bottom, which is really, really nice. And now to the front, and this is what I love most. Design of it it's pretty good. I love it. It reminds me of when I went to Tokyo a while ago, around 2015. No, wait, yeah, 2015. It's definitely a lot based off a lot of those designs because, well, it does say designed in Tokyo, so on the back. I really gotta try to think of better camera angles. This one is it's decent, but really you can't see much of what I'm doing, which kind of defeats the point. What I'm doing, which you want to see, but I don't have the equipment to let you see it. It's not my fault. It's just I just don't have the equipment. But yeah, as they say, it is what it is. You just gotta go with the flow of things. Oh yeah, now I remember. These were screw down stabilizers as well. So yeah, you got dark colored wires, stabilizers themselves, plastic bits and all that. Also, fun fact, I found out recently, there's two different kinds of Phillips head screwdrivers. One, mostly it's only determined by the actual shape of it. The screwdriver itself is, form factor is still about the same, but really the only difference is that one has like a blunt nose tip to it, and the other has a, what's it called? Or no, blunt nose, and one has a pointy nose. So it has a, so it's able for certain screws and everything. Mostly you could tell by the rounded corners that are used when you look into a screw. And that's where you just end up with, you have to make sure you choose the right one, or else you're gonna strip the screw, and then it's gonna make it even more difficult to get. And usually for just Phillips heads in generals, they're difficult to get out. That's why I don't like it. But yeah, not everything can be torque screw either, because everyone keeps on well, that just dropped. But yeah. Alrighty then, let's see here. 2U stabilizers to be put into this board. It's gonna make it look absolutely amazing. I gotta figure out, get this all right. Let's see here. I really did wish I had the above camera set back up. could, but I can't, because they said I can't. Who? I don't know exactly, I just know I can't. Because that costs money, and I don't have any. Or at least I don't have any to afford that kind of quality for this stream. That's supposed to be a full, not really a full portable setup, but pretty decently portable. And everything. It's just making sure that it's portable enough that if I ever move and everything, it would just make things a lot easier for me just to do it anywhere that I can get Wi-Fi or get fast Wi-Fi. Get Wi-Fi, go anywhere. Get Wi-Fi anywhere you go. With that free Wi-Fi stuff. I hate that. I hate that video a lot. So I need about 6 screws total for all the stabilizers, since this only requires 3 stabilizers. Is it mostly like the stabilizers themselves? Or is it like what is considered the stabilizer? Are these even leveled in? Oh, so these do fit. Nice. But, yep. Make sure I fit these in carefully. Very carefully. At least these ones are magnetized compared to the other ones, which are not. Or at least the ones I need to open up the board, those ones are not magnetized. I hate those ones a lot. There we go. Now we're cooking. It's 1 out of 6. Or 1.5. No, wait. I'm bad at math. 1 out of 6 or the math. Four. Gotta divide 6. Or no, fraction of into 6. 6 fraction power 6. 1 over 6. Let's say that 1 over 6. Yeah, I'm just gonna probably set this down. That was not ideal. That was definitely not ideal. But yeah. Let's see. Let's take a minute. See how that looks. Ooh, looks pretty nice. Oop. Oop. There we go. 1 set of Durock stabilizers are really, really smooth and really well made. So, good thing I got myself another couple sets of these. I'm gonna put in spacebar ones next. Those ones. I do love the look of the clear ones compared to just the regular black ones. Because then it lets you be able to see like certain elements of the board that would usually be covered. Or usually just not be seen at all. And there's some pretty cool elements, but usually when also people design boards and everything like that, they usually make it nice. Or they make all the areas that aren't going to be covered by stabilizers and stuff like that nicer. Like the Kate PCB by Wilbatech. It's on Novel Keys. It's a pretty good one. Looks pretty good. I bought myself one of those. It's a $70 PCB, so it's a really high-end PCB compared to if you were to spend like 15 bucks or something like that onto a GH60. I think that's what it's called.
Say yes or no.
Or like a Satan 60 PCB. But yeah, those ones are definitely also pretty interesting themselves. Those ones are first seen as the cheaper PCBs that you can get for keyboard building. It's kind of like an introductory board that you see lots of people get when they first start off, because yeah, that's just their first one. And after that, you'll start seeing them start trying to go for the key cult group buys and all that. Oh no, that is the wrong screw. It looks like the same screw, but it's not the right screw that I'm actually supposed to put in. Supposed to put in the other ones that came with the Durock ones, but somehow they actually work well. I think they're about just like the same quality. It's just Durock ones are, well, I'm trying to keep it as homogeneous as possible. Use the Durock screw, one that came with the Durock screws to come with the Durock stabilizers. Use those. Oh, good thing that was not screwed in. I mean, it actually would have been better if it were screwed in, because then it wouldn't have fallen out. I really don't have a perfect way of doing this, but reinstalling stabilizers. Definitely 0 out of 10 for me. This. Usually right now I'm usually sleep deprived, so I'd be going to bed after this. Then I'll try to write up some plans, create some memes, post on Reddit tomorrow morning, gain some more karma, do stuff like that. But yeah, also all my social media accounts should be in my profile. So if you want to follow those, I don't see why you would, but you can. But I have them. Usually I post memes, keyboard stuff, and mostly all of it could also be seen from my Discord. Which, yeah, there's only like a few people there. Yeah, so it'd be nice to have another person. Just like at least three people there. And it could be opened up with the Discord command. Just do ! Discord. And it should open up if anyone wants to try that. But yeah, after the stream, I'm also gonna try to get a tripod and redo camera angles again. Alright, that's the spacebar screwed in. Now we're on to the last one, which is the enter key, or at least it should be. Yeah, it's the enter key. These ones should be able to fit with my case. They aren't very far off in dimension compared to the old ones, which are also pretty decent, not gonna lie. But they do have the feel of generic stabilizers, but they do type pretty well, better than the ones in my KBD Fans Tofu. Those ones are definitely, yeah, you see like why they made the price so low for that, or at least at the time, compared to how it is now with aftermarket and stuff for that going up so much. And yeah. And it's pretty interesting. Also, it's been quite warm, especially today. I had to go walk all the way to the bank so I can get stuff set up and make a deposit. Which, yeah, those are fun. Alright, the final product. The new clear Durock stabilizers installed in my KBD Fans. I need some sleep. I need some sleep. KBD. Okay. Tokyo V60 keyboard from Drop. The Durock clear stabilizers installed. There we go. There we go. So, yeah. Just reassemble it. Building keyboard on stream again. Hooray. Even though this one I actually built off stream. Or not off stream, but before I started streaming again, when I was living in a place that had very terrible Wi-Fi. So I wasn't able to stream because the Wi-Fi was, well, garbage. Yeah, absolute garbage. I'm surprised they pay money for that. I'm surprised we even pay money for that. Because of how garbage it is. It's garbage. Alright. Let's go put in some of the switches. Mostly, this is all just to help out alignment and make sure it is all set up properly. Also, I might take some of my extra, one of my extra creams and try those out with Lube, see how those work, or how smooth those would be. Mostly to try it out as like an example on what's to come. But yeah, I heard it's gonna be really smooth, but it might have the possibility of wearing out after a while. Because, yeah, since it's really smooth material, that's kind of why you don't really lube them, because it's already smooth enough. So yeah. Alrighty then, let's see here. Set this down for a minute. Alright. Let's see, hold on a second, what's wrong? Oh, that's probably what's wrong. I probably should have taken one, or should have probably taken at least like one or two of these, just one or two switches, and then just take the screws and then adjust from there, but keep them loose, so then be able to position it well enough so I could just put just be able to put the switches in easier. At least they are definitely way easier to take out than if I were to put it in, or then taking them out with the PCB in. So yeah. Alright. Turn that frown upside down. And then not actually turn it upside down, but turn the whole face upside down so it's still a frown. Because that's how I'm feeling. Mostly it's just without sleep. Usually with sleep, and it's like, I get to experience all the dreams that I have. And my dreams are kind of weird though. They're not like what you would think. It's mostly like I would see stuff like, I don't know, sometimes it would be stuff like that would predict the future in a way. Crazy stuff like that. But usually that would be just some crazy talk. Probably should loosen up that one. Just to have about 2 of them in, so then you'd be able to adjust it or slide it as needed. So I'll be able to fit the switches in. Alrighty, let's see here. Alright. Probably gonna take these screws, probably throw them in sandbags, Durock, since I feel, wait, they actually do look about the same. Shape-wise and everything. There we go, that was probably what was wrong. Didn't raise the USB port to the designated spot for it. Alright, should be able to, there we go. It's able to slide a little bit. Since it's only has a few screws in, just drop a couple of switches in here and there. Not too many, not too little. Mostly just enough to hold it, get it aligned well. The big important switches like the space bar, and some of the alphas and a modifier too. Mostly I think you should probably get the modifier set up. Most the ones with the stabilizers and everything, because those ones are seen as the ones that would move a good bit, and you especially want to get those ones centered, or else we're gonna have a bad time. It's just gonna be bad. Bad. There we go. And should do one more at the top. Alright, time to screw this back in. Gotta figure out where the rest of the screws go because I forgot. I'm losing my marbles. I need my sleep. Yeah, I'm probably talking a bit too much. I got like 6 people watching the stream, having me go through sleepless delusions, or I don't know what's the term for it. It's where you like don't get enough sleep and get delusions and everything. Those are fun. It's like a dream in real life, but mostly it's also that if that dream were like, I don't know, car crash or something. It's like a car crash in slow motion. Like what the scout from TF2 says. The scout says, "You're like a car crash in slow motion. I see you flying through the windshield." I love that game. It's a fun game. Even though it's like 13 years old and only gets like a security patch or two. No. File localization updates. Those, best thing. Alright. Let's get double check. Let's see. Because I want to make sure I got the USB centered, mostly for aesthetics, because centered USB, even though no one's gonna see it because it'll be plugged in, it still looks nice. It's good. Right there. Let's set this back down. Some of the worst ideas I've seen recently. Imagine an anti-static wrist strap for your foot. It would just be... That would just be an absolute terrible idea, because if you were to get shocked and you're connected to ground, the path to your body would just go from your hand through your organs, and yeah, I learned about that in electrical safety. Electrical safety is pretty fun. They definitely don't ever hold back on it. You get to see all the what happens if you do this wrong or do something stupid. Because it's true. It's like you shouldn't be doing that stupid stuff in the first place. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. There we go. All screwed in. It's got the front. Now, gonna remove all this here. Set these stabilizers aside, probably for another project. Make sure put it down right, because don't want to put it down wrong. It's gonna be wrong and not right. I do love this keyboard, but I don't know, it just feels like it's... Can't describe the weight of it. If it's heavier or lighter than my Tofu, because it feels lighter, but mostly because it's made out of solid aluminum, or the Tofu is made out of solid block of aluminum. KBD fans are the Tokyo V60. That is, it's like a much thinner block of aluminum. Oh yeah, I forgot, these aren't magnetized. Thank you, Mastrop, for making these screws absolutely unusable. 0 out of 10 Mastrop, 0 out of 10. No, I'm just kidding, I need a sponsorship. Please, Mastrop. Drop or Mastrop? Usually I just say both. Whatever pops top of my head. usually what goes. Also should probably not tighten them down all the way, because if you tighten them down all the way, then you can't really adjust the acrylic diffuser layer, because that's where it's the most fun in the keyboard, the acrylic diffuser. Because that is how you get your RGB side glow. And RGB side glow is definitely 100% fun to have. It definitely keeps good light on your desk. So yeah. Anyone on stream still here? You're just like chilling out right now. It's quite quiet. Oh, there you are, Jimu. Hello. So it's you and 3 other people. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, if I do, once I get affiliate, I'm gonna do a giveaway around that time. It's gonna be good. It's not gonna be anything big. It's mostly just a couple small items as a small thank you for helping me out with my goals. Because this is a little bit, mostly I'm doing this to try to reach out to more people and talk. Be more social, change from my unsocial self to be more out there. And doing this kind of helps out with that. And also make a little money on the side just for fun. And also be able to meet, talk with people, have people know who I am. Because mostly all I do is just make memes on Reddit, post them, and yeah, it's just pretty fun with that. Chill, calm. But yeah, also for the modifiers on the GMK8008, when I first got them, I was having trouble putting on 8008 keycaps. Yeah, having all symbol modifiers, it seemed pretty confusing at first for me, because then I have to try to remember or try to connect the dots and see what that symbol is supposed to mean. For some it's easy, but for me, when I got to the shortened backspace, that one tripped me up the most, I would say. But yeah. I feel like with how this cut out on here for the plate is like slightly larger, but not as large as the 2U, but around 1.5U. Because I believe they also designed the plate to be not a hot swap plate, but a normal plate where you have to solder, and that would work for a stepped caps lock. Which when I saw those, I thought it was an odd concept. But I know most older boards have those, and it also kind of helps with people, or helps with not like accidentally pressing on them, and all of a sudden you're speaking in caps lock. when you're playing game, or if you're in in-game chat, you're speaking caps lock. So yeah. You know, most of this music on this playlist I haven't even listened to. I just have it because it's copyright free. And some of them are actually pretty good. Not sure if like all of them would be ones I would just listen to casually. Mostly I would just listen to whenever I'm streaming. It's kind of like having TVs around just for white noise in your house or something like that. It's like some kind of noise to kind of help break the mundane of certain moments of just bland. But me, when I'm not tired, I can do a lot more stuff. But now I'm tired. I really don't want to drink an energy drink because I want to go to bed. Even though I've done times where drink an energy drink before you go to bed, I'm like, I'm laying there for the next 4 hours because I can't shut my eyes because my mind won't be quiet. It's always so loud. But yeah, energy drinks before bed, definitely not a good idea. Alright, there we go. Reassembled with the clear Durock stabilizers. Those feel really smooth. Really smooth. Now, to put on the keycaps. And after that, I don't know, might just close down, might not do a raid, because yeah, some of you guys, I want you guys to also get some good sleep, because there's a big week coming up. It's a fun week too, or at least I hope it'd be fun for you. For me, I'm still stuck here, so yeah, have fun on this week compared to me. More fun than me, let's just say. Stuck on this base for 100 and something days. Jimu, my birthday is tomorrow. Your birthday's tomorrow? Well, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday to you. Happy, yeah, I'm not gonna ask age. I'm gonna leave that private to everyone because no one knows my age. Or at least, only the government and people around me kind of do. But I'll leave it a mystery until that day comes around. But yeah, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Also, I'll probably wish you happy birthday again next time I stream. Which, yeah, I always try to make sure try to remember people that pass on through, because it's nice. Try to help them feel like at home, comfortable. Just want to watch. 2, 4, 5, 6. But yeah. Well, I mean, happy early birthday. Yeah, happy early birthday. I didn't see. I saw tomorrow, but I still thought it was like today. Or you mean like technically today, as in like the 28th today or 29th? It is 1:35 a.m. on the 28th. So, oh, it's on the 28th, so technically it is today. Hey, I got something right. So it is technically your birthday today, but where you are is probably well close to the time of midnight. you said you were over in Hawaii and everything, so why did I put the 6 there? So technically, yes, it is in this part of the world. So yeah. There we go. I gotta try not to press any of the modifiers or the spacebar because I want to feel how smooth that is. I paid for the smoothness. I'll use all the smoothness I can get because I paid for it. But I want to savor it. You can't just like that's how I feel when eating a steak. You gotta savor it. You gotta eat little bites of it. Don't take like huge bites out of it, and then you're just not savoring it. Unless you got like a large steak. And feel free to take huge bites out of it. But if you got a small steak, savor the flavor. Man, I miss steak. I haven't had steak in so long. But yeah. There we go. But yeah. Heard in the fleet, when you have steak, that means the CEO's gonna tell you some bad news. Eating some steak and lobster, having a good day in the galley, yeah, you know it's gonna be a bad day, bad news coming up. So, bad news happens all the time. Here, especially with being told now that I might be here until around September. So that adds a lot more days than I planned. I was planning on leaving on the for July 4th weekend, but those plans got squashed. I hate when that happens. You just make plans, and those plans just don't happen. And then you're like, I made those plans. Why can't they happen? And then the universe just says, I don't know. But yeah. Sleep deprivation. Go to bed. Or before I go to bed, drink a huge glass of water. Because water's good. But not too much water. Water too much. Or too much water. Yeah, it's bad. It's like, yeah, don't ever drink too much water and then hold it all in. Because that's not gonna be good. Or at least don't. Yeah, don't. Not gonna say at least don't, because yeah, it's not good. QWERTYUI. J, where's the J go? HJ, there we go. But, yeah. I'll try to stream, especially with this coming weekend, and all the stuff that I got coming in. all prepared just for that stream. So I'm definitely gonna be rocking a lot more. Oh, I got these messed up. It's the minus slash underscore and then the positive or plus. Minus underscore plus equal. Really want to make a meme of keycaps, like just keycaps themselves. So I was thinking with all the keycap sets I got, I pull out all the letters I need to spell like certain phrases and say, and stage like a photo of like, oh no, I dropped all my keycaps, but all the keycaps on the ground say like a message on them. It's like when people created the Epstein meme. That one's kind of funny. It's like people would try and hide that. It's always like, I like those kind of memes where it's like they hide the joke. All of a sudden you find it and you're like, hey, and it's like, oh, I get it now. Oh, I found it. That's clever. And then you just feel good then. Because it's a decent meme. But, yeah. Memes are a dry market now. Very dry. Only in certain markets they do well. It's the economy. The meme economy. G. This letter colon F. Alright. IOP. And a yeah. You. Soldier Boy. I miss the Soldier game console. I wish I bought it. It's like the best console. It's better than the Switch. Lawsy, hello, good to see ya, Here to say hi and lurk. Oh, that was nice, good stopping. But, yeah, it was good seeing you here. But yeah, mostly it's just it's pretty dull here. Very, very dull. Not too exciting, but not too, never really a bland day. Was definitely a day to say. Wait a minute. I never got to do what I planned. Never got to test out try out what I paid for, which is these lubed stabilizers. Here we go. Wait, that don't even have a stabilizer. What am I talking about with that one? This trickster. Ooh. Okay, that spacebar actually feels pretty good. It's a little bit, you can hear a little bit of the wire. It's kind of a shame, but oh well. These do feel pretty nice. Now, I just gotta loop the switches. Try those out. see how those turn out. And make some for myself. Alrighty then, let's see here. Let's crack open one of these cream switches. Try it out to see what 205G0. Darn. I gotta poke it out from the other side, 'cause I'm trying not to move my camera, quote unquote mount, even though it's just a couple of the clear keyboard stands I have, which are definitely pretty good. They do serve well, especially with these ones. Always open one half and then try to open the other, but that's impossible. Because one half wants to close, the other wants to stay open. And everything. This is probably why I need to get a switch opener. It's like these are possible to open if you don't have one. So I'm just gonna loop this one as like an example or as a test switch for (205G0), which is gonna be, this is kind of like a example on what I'm gonna be dealing with. See how it would turn out. See if I want to put it in full board or if I just want to leave these stock. Because they're stock, they're pretty good on their own. The ones I got were like a mixture of KBD fans ones and, or not KBD fans ones, but ones I bought from KBD fans. Those ones and some ones from Novel Keys, which are about the same ones since they're both made by, well, it's designed, or the idea is came up by Novel Keys, but Kale just sells them under their name as generic. There we go. Just popped one. Open. I'm gonna set this keyboard here. But yeah, one open Novel Keys cream switch. These do look pretty tasty, not gonna lie. But they probably don't taste very good, so I wouldn't recommend eating it. Same goes for 205G0. It looks pretty good because it looks like glaze. Like the kind that you put onto, well, I mean, glazed desserts mostly. And then you would just go eat those, but just don't taste anything like it. these never do. Right now, this is just a mix of lo-fi, sleep deprivation, random ramblings, and just general chillness. But I will say I do like these brushes over using a regular paintbrush. Because it just feels like it's definitely feels very smooth compared to a regular paintbrush and all that. Because I've used these before when I used to paint little micro size projects. Those were a fun bunch. But yeah, just gonna lube top the spring to help prevent the spring crunch. Cause I do love crunch, but I like it kept in my chips and cereals. Nowhere else, cause I don't like that crunch. Or at least not crunch, but minimize spring ping. So gotta use like a little bit, not too much. Whereas I feel like you can't go very wrong with springs. At least because not really the moving parts that have friction. The only real friction parts about it is just the spring tops themselves. Those are the ones that encounter most, if not all. Spring top, spring bottom, that's it. Anywhere else is, well, not really existent. Lubricate the slider sides of the bottom part of the housing. Only a little bit, 205G0, not a lot. But from what I'm feeling with the brush, it's smooth. It's very smooth. But yeah. Alright. Top, bottom, or the bottom stem. Bottom housing, stem, spring, looped. A little bit on top housing. A little bit on there. Lubing switches is definitely a chore, but depends on how you do it. That chore could be the most valuable part of your keyboard because it changes the feel. Alright, top and bottom housing, cream spring, crunch. Oh yeah, that's smooth. This is like you kind of feel the smoothness. Just gotta work it. But yeah, as smooth, as perfect. I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that to the rest of the keyboard when I get the chance. Right now, let's do a little bit cleanup, and whoever is possibly still here or anything wants to ask questions or have any comments, concerns, and all that, or just wants to listen to chill music, whatever, it's up to you. But yeah, it's always time for music here. Because going to streams without music, I feel, is kind of odd. It's just like, especially it kind of depends on the personality of a person. It's kind of gotta keep a stream up somehow. Talk, converse, and all that. Try to figure out how to do that, and also try to figure out maybe make it interesting enough where you won't need music. Can I feel a difference between a looped novel keys cream switch versus a regular? Put on these two keycaps. This one is the lubed one. The bottom one is the unlubed one. Nice. So I will say there is like a little bit of a slight difference with each one of these. Because if you press on the sides, usually for when you press toward like down and back with knob key switches, they usually are just kind of feel like they get trapped in a way, or they stutter when you don't have them lubed. But when you have it lubed, it removes a lot of the stutter. So yeah, I can see why people would do that. It does create a good, different kind of feel to it for cream switches, which I think does justify time spent on making them. I say it does. It's definitely worth it. Recommend it. About 7 out of 10. So 7.5 out of 10. So you have just something to work with. Alright. But yeah, whoever's still watching, as I said before, I've said on my Twitter and everything, but I'm gonna be giving these 2 items away, plus possibly some more items as well once I hit affiliate. And yeah, I'm not sure if do it as like one big bundle giveaway or just like try to have these as separate prizes. But yeah, keycap puller, Rama Works, key switch puller in their yolk yellow, electrosis yellow color, and their bags, which are designed weird because it's not actually sealed, because you still open it from the top. Which, yeah, I'm not sure why they even do that. Yeah, give those 2 items away. So when I would reach affiliate, whenever that happens, I'll just hope one day it happens. But I'll try to stream this coming weekend. But yeah, everyone's gonna be streaming around that time. I really gotta try to find my niche on what I could fill besides just building keyboards. I know it's mostly just where I am. It's kind of what builds the niche and everything. And overall, it's just gotta try to build off that since I'm not allowed to wear the uniforms that I have to wear every day on camera. So, yep. Even though they're kind of comfy, mostly they're only comfy when it's actually decent temperature out compared to when it's sweltering hot out. Because if it's sweltering hot out, then it's basically just like wearing a plastic bag over your body. It traps in all the heat and no air goes through, and then gets all humid and everything everywhere. And it's just like, yeah, it's not good. Also, here's these things. I recently got 10 of these Happy Hacking keyboard stickers from Dixie Mech when they first went on sale for their 3-year anniversary. So they're pretty decent, and they said they were limited sale, so I bought like 10 of them. And yeah, it's pretty good. Might possibly give away 1 or 2, depends, because I kind of want to put them on more boards by getting more HHKB boards. I feel like I'll just become like the king of HHKB boards, but not even have an HHKB myself. For some unknown reason why, but I just don't. But yeah, I do like HHKB layout. But I also want to try Win keyless because, yeah, as someone uses the control key a lot, I feel it would help out. I would just set one of the alt keys to be like the Windows key and everything. And yeah. Well, that's it for all the tools and whatnot put away. Also, one last thing. Put all my novel keys creams in those little rails that you get when you buy some switches from, what's it called? Drop, which are, yeah, when you buy Drop Halo switches, Holy Pandas, and all that. I put them in the railings, and I think they look pretty nice. I might do a video on them. It depends on what happens at the time. But yeah, so there we go. Anyone got any questions or comments, concerns, or anything like that? Because yeah, it's quite late. It's quite late on the clock, so if you don't have no questions, comments, concerns, yeah, I'll see y'all next stream, and I'll probably stream a lot earlier instead of late at night, especially with that week. I have more time on the weekend at times, so I'll stream a lot later or a lot earlier in the day. So, yeah, have a good night, get some good sleep, and yeah, drink lots of water, especially if it's hot out. So, goodbye.